Hey, Brian from Garage Mall. Today I have a Tucok drone. We're going to open it up, take a look at, see everything that we get inside the box. So right away I'm pretty impressed with it because it comes with a case. I love drones or remote control stuff that comes with a case. It just makes things so much easier to transport. So that is the case, and it's pretty neat. Looks like it has some pockets on the outside to put some different things there. So let's unzip. Oh, it's got a little like hanging strap, so you can like sling that over your shoulder. Great for when you're out in the field. So it has the foam here to kind of help with transportation of it all, and then here is the manual GPS smart drone. So quick start guide. This is definitely what we're going to be using. So let's browse through that real quick. So it has an app that you can download. So it has the QR codes that you can go through and use. It's got a gimbal cover. Look for an open area. It's got a slot for a TF card, so you can save it right to the drone. I guess up to 32 gigabytes. And then connect to your Wi-Fi, calibrate the compass. So it's got some calibrate the gyroscope, search for GPS automatically. So that's your quick start guide. So we'll be using that a little bit later on. So let's get through the unboxing. So I like it has like this separation part there. It gives you another kind of a remote control parts name, like what each little switch and stuff does on that. And we got the overhead camera view, so I'll go through that. So here is the drone itself. So we take that out, and it's got a protective transport cover on here, just for shipping. So we'll take that out and dispose of that. So looks like these outer legs come out first, and these bottom ones come out. So I mean that's a pretty large platform that you have. And then it has this cover on the bottom that protects the camera and the gimbal. So that's a good little feature. If I can get back on. There we go. Okay, so we see you grasp it under here like this from the front, and then kind of like put it underneath here. Yeah, it snaps back into place. Okay. So this is the battery. Let's get that plugged in and charging. And we're not gonna, I don't think we're gonna use the box for transport anymore. And, oh, it comes with 2 batteries. That I did not know, so that's like super helpful. That's pretty cool. So I guess we can probably put it in there. Or you can keep the box for easy transport. I think we're gonna do that. It's got some foam in there, so we'll just put it away. So, and then the battery. So you have the connection points here. So we are going to be sliding this basically straight down, and it's going to click into place. That's a little safety thing for the button during transport. And then that would turn your drone on. Basically just hold it in, and then you can see how it powers on. So let's remove that. And the TF card slot is, oh, it's right here on the side. So that's where you're going to put your memory card, up to 32 gigs. And that's interesting. It's got I've seen a lot of drones, and a lot of drones, they always have the battery that's mounted like from the back or from underneath. This is the first top-loaded drone that I've seen. So, interesting. So that's how it looks with the propellers all spread out and nice. Okay. And then this is the little accessory pack, so you get an extra thing of propellers and screws. That's included in that. Then this is your charging cable. And it comes with a little screwdriver for maintenance of the propellers. So very cool. And then it looks like it's like one of those, it's not the C-type, but it's like that, I think it's called like a mini something. But let's get one of the batteries nice and charged up so we can do a flight later on. Put this, make sure I'm doing it correctly. Yep. That's your charging plug. And it doesn't come with a charging block, but you can use anything like a cell phone charger or whatever you have laying around. So I guess as it charges, you can kind of see the blue arrows. Let me try to get that angle a little bit better on the camera, but you can see the blue arrows as a lineup. So it looks like this is pretty well charged. So that's very good. All right, so this is your remote. So that is going to be your antenna slash how you're going to mount your phone on there for your monitor. So let's bring out my phone real quick. So just to give you an idea, this is my Note 10. So it's a pretty big phone, and it sits on there nice and comfortable, and it's out of the way of any of the power switches, so that's good. Okay, and let's see what kind of batteries this takes. Oh, it's got the little handholds too to help you grip your remote. So pretty neat. Oh, and this is rechargeable too. So it comes with that little cable. I think it only came with one power cable though, but that's okay. So after you get your batteries charged up, you can use the same power cord. And if you're like me, you have a bunch of power cords laying around that you can just use. But so let's see how much charge this has in it, and if we can tell. Okay, so power switch is here on the side, so you got to turn that on, and then it will tell you how much battery charge you have in there. So now that we have it on, so you can see the battery selection here. If you take a look at the overhead, and it will actually have a drone battery level as well once it connects to the drone. So that's pretty cool. It's got your cool little command center there, and then on your controllers, that's basically your record a picture, to record a movie. It has your takeoff and your landing here. It has your compass button. It has your return to home button up here, which is really important to have. Your speed control, and then it has a bunch of little fine tuning under here to take a look at. And then again, you have your power switch here on the side. So let's turn that off for the moment. And I'll pack this away. Put it in this little carrying case. Very cool for transport. And then like I said, we had the other battery that we're charging up. Alright, so we're going to let this all charge up, and then we'll go outside and we'll connect everything to the drone, and we'll do its first flight. So stay tuned. Okay, so I have a 32 gig card, and it goes right here, and that's the orientation of it. So as you're pushing it in, you'll hear a click in, so you know that it's secure. Make sure you take your gimbal cover off, and then you can power it on. Hold it in for a quick second, and I'll power up for you. So this is the remote control. We're going to turn on. We're going to have that ready to go here in a second. So we're going to bring out the quick start guide. Okay, so we're going to first download the app. So we bring up our camera. It's kind of bright outside, so you may not see this as well as you should, but at least you can follow along to what I'm doing. So scanning it, so it's going to bring up open in browser. So it's going to be an XIL Pro. Hit install, and it's going to start to install. Okay, so now it's installing. We're going to hit open and Just basically agree, and then it's going to go into settings, make sure everything looks okay in there. Setup is complete. So we're going to go to calibrate while using this app. Allow. So click the calibration in the lower right hand corner of the app. The aircraft indicator flashes. So first things first. Alright, so make sure you put the battery in. And what you're going to do is you're going to press it once, and then you're going to press and hold it for 5 seconds. And you hear it turn on. And then you also see that it's connected to the remote, because you'll be able to tell the battery strength. And then we go back into your Wi-Fi settings, refresh, and then you're going to look for XIL GPS 5G E5 E9 B2. Your number may vary because it's based off the identification number of the drone. So you connect to that. Let's say connecting. It says internet may not be available. And then I just put always connect. So we are connected. So we're going to go back into the app, and then it's going to go through the calibration mode. Click calibration button in the lower right hand corner of the app, and the aircraft indicator and the flashing lights. So you calibrate. So it's basically going to be blinking. It's going to be calibrating. Rotate the aircraft horizontal 2 or 3 turns. So that's 1. That's 2. Okay, so that's done. Now it's going to look for, as shown in figure, rotate the aircraft vertically for 2 to 3 turns until the end of the vertical rotation. So basically 1, 2, 3. So that completes that part of it. Put the aircraft in horizontal position, calibrate button. So basically we are done, and it's connected up to the camera, and it's connected to the GPS, and you can see how it's connected to 42 satellites. You have good battery life on that, and we're going to put this back into mode. So that is our camera. All right, and let me have this hang over the edge a little bit, and then we'll be able to. Okay, and then back into the app. So we have that all extended. We have the TF card installed. Select the open area. So we've turned that on. We've connected to our Wi-Fi. Calibrated that. It's connected to the GPS. Start the motors. So we're ready for takeoff. So just make sure everything is good. Got both antennas out.